Hello, and welcome to English for Dummies, the podcast for people who feel bad at English and want to learn simply by listening to real, natural conversations. I'm your host, Avery.
Hi, Avery, and hello to everyone listening. It's great to be here.
The goal of this podcast is simple. We want to help you improve your English listening skills. We're not going to teach you grammar rules from a textbook.
That's right. We're just going to have a normal, everyday conversation. You can hear how people really talk, the words we use, and the questions we ask.
Exactly. The best way to learn is by listening. So today, our topic is getting to know someone.
This is the kind of conversation you might have at a party or when you meet a new coworker or even a new neighbor.
It's all about those first questions you ask when you meet someone new. So, are you ready, Melody? Should we pretend we're meeting for the very first time?
Let's do it. This should be fun.
Hi, my name's Avery. It's really nice to meet you.
Hi, Avery. It's nice to meet you too.
So, Melody, where are you from?
I'm originally from Chicago, but I live in New York now. I moved here about 3 years ago. What about you? Where are you from?
Oh, Chicago. Cool. I'm from a small town in California, but I've been living in New York for about 5 years now.
Wow, California. I bet the weather is much nicer there.
Haha, yes, it's definitely sunnier, but I love the energy of New York. So, what do you do for work, Melody?
I'm a graphic designer. I work for a small marketing company downtown.
Oh, that's really interesting. Graphic design.
It is. I enjoy it. And here's a little tip for our listeners. When someone asks, "What do you do?" it's a very common and polite way to ask about their job.
That's a great point. So, my turn. What do you do, Avery? I'm a teacher. I teach English to high school students.
Oh, a teacher. That's wonderful. It must be very rewarding.
It is. It has its challenging days, but I really love it. The students are great.
So, as a teacher, you must have a pretty set routine. What's a typical day like for you?
Yeah, my weekdays are very structured. I wake up very early, around 6:30 in the morning.
Wow, that is early.
It is. I have a cup of coffee, I get my lessons ready for the day, and then I head to school. I usually teach until about 3:30, then I have meetings or grading to do. I'm usually home by 5.
That sounds like a very busy day. My schedule's a bit different because I work from home most of the time.
Oh, really? So you don't have to go into the office every day?
Right. Only about once or twice a week. So on my work from home days, I usually start around 9. I can have a slower morning, which is nice. I check my emails and then start working on my design projects.
That sounds like a great setup. More flexible.
It is. So when you're not busy teaching, what do you like to do for fun? Do you have any hobbies?
That's a good question. I love being outdoors. I go hiking on trails outside the city almost every weekend if the weather's nice.
Oh, hiking. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a great way to clear my head. I'm also trying to learn how to play the guitar.
Really? How is that going?
It's going slowly. My fingers hurt, but it's fun. What about you? What are your hobbies?
Well, I'm really into cooking. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen trying out new recipes.
That's a fantastic hobby and probably delicious. What kind of food do you like to cook?
I love making Italian food, like fresh pasta, and I also enjoy cooking Mexican food. Besides cooking, I read a lot, and I love watching old black and white movies.
That's a great mix of hobbies. Very creative and relaxing. Okay, I have another question for you. This is a classic small talk question. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Oh, easy. I am 100% a coffee person. I cannot start my day without a big cup of coffee. How about you?
Me too, absolutely. I need my coffee in the morning. So we both like coffee. What's something you really don't like?
Something I don't like. I really dislike being late. It makes me feel very anxious. I always try to be on time.
That's a good one. I don't like being late either. For me, I would say I don't like noisy places. I prefer quiet cafes over loud, crowded bars.
Right, that makes sense, especially after a long day of teaching high school students.
Exactly. I get enough noise during the day.
Okay, so let's talk about weekends. What do you usually do on a typical weekend, Avery?
My weekends are pretty important to me. On Saturdays, I try to get out of the city and go on that hike I mentioned. Or I might meet up with friends for lunch or... Sundays are my quiet day. I call it my reset day. I do my laundry, clean my apartment, go grocery shopping, and just relax to get ready for the week ahead.
That sounds like a perfect balance of being social and having time for yourself.
I try. What about you? What are you usually up to on the weekend?
And for our listeners, what are you up to is a very casual, friendly way to say, what are you doing?
Yes, great tip.
On Saturdays, I love going to the farmer's market in the morning to buy fresh vegetables for my cooking.
Of course, for your hobby.
Exactly. In the afternoon, I might go to a museum or just find a nice spot in the park to read a book. And like you, my Sundays are usually pretty quiet. I like to cook a big meal and watch one of my old movies.
That sounds lovely. It was really nice getting to know you, Melody. That's fascinating. I don't meet many people who are into classic black and white films. What kind do you enjoy the most? Any favorite actors or directors from that era?
You too, Avery. Oh, absolutely. I'm a huge fan of Alfred Hitchcock's work, like Psycho and Rear Window. And for actors, I find Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn completely captivating. Their charm is timeless. What about you? Are you a movie person?
And that brings us to the end of our main conversation. You see, we asked simple questions about our hometowns, our jobs, our daily routines, and our hobbies. I do enjoy movies, though I tend to watch more modern blockbusters. I'm a big fan of sci-fi and action movies, something with big special effects. But you've made me curious. Maybe I should check out a Hitchcock film soon.
These are all safe and friendly topics for what we call small talk. Small talk is just that polite, light conversation you have when you first meet someone.
Right. The goal isn't to have a very deep, serious discussion. It's just to be friendly and learn a little bit about the other person. You ask a question, they answer, and then they ask you a question back.
Yes, it's like a friendly game of catch. We hope listening to our conversation was helpful for you. A great way to practice is to listen to this episode again.
And this time, you can pause after we ask a question and try to answer it yourself. For example, when I ask, "What do you do?" Pause the podcast and say your answer out loud.
That's a fantastic idea. Practice speaking. The more you say the words, the more comfortable you will become.
Well, that is all the time we have for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us on Everyday English.
And thank you all for listening. We hope you'll join us again next week for another conversation. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone. Happy learning.